What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ LiftOFF with the JP Way, and you don't want to miss this flight. Today, I'm going to be giving you all 5 different ways that you can become a better mix DJ and a better scratch DJ. So, don't want to do too much talking for the intro. Let's hop right into it. All right, DJs. The first thing we're going to be going over today is beat matching. And the most important reason that you need to know how to beat match is because not every song, especially old school songs, are going to be perfectly on tempo. Sometimes they might slow down. Sometimes they might be a little bit faster. Another reason you really want to know how to beat match is you're not always going to drop your track perfectly on the one. Now, of course, if you're using a controller, you're just going to be using the outside of your jog wheel to either slow down or speed up the track by just nudging it forward or by nudging it backwards. And then if you're on a turntable or you're on a Rane or something similar like this, a Rane 1 or the Rev 7, anything with a motorized turntable, you can just hold right outside of your vinyl or right outside of your platter right here to either slow it down. Sometimes I'll even nudge it forward like this, or you see some DJs actually slightly touching the vinyl or the Serato control vinyl just to slow down the track as well. So the first thing you're going to want to do is load up 2 tracks that have the same BPM. Here I have one track on 70, another one on 141, not exactly matched, but close enough. So once you have your 2 tracks and they are the same BPM, the first way you're going to practice is essentially you're going to start one track before the other track, and then you're going to have to either slow down one side or speed up one side in order to get the track on beat. So let me go ahead and show you what the track sounds like on beat, then I'll show you exactly how to practice.
Around here we pop them collars, around here we get them dollars. Every girl I see that look right.
So that is the track on beat. Now I'm going to go ahead and play it a little bit off beat, and then I'm going to beat match it.
Around here we pop them collars, around here we get them dollars. Every girl I see that look right like me just gotta holler. This kid here all about stacking up, tall big head but we can back it up. Long as everybody get drunk when they drop in the blood start acting up. I represent the S-O-D-E-F-M-O-B. That's me, J-D.
So now to take it up a notch, we're going to actually go ahead and speed up this track, and we're going to start over. We're going to leave this track the exact same speed, but this time instead of using the platters and holding it to slow it down or speed it up, we're going to actually only use our tempo fader to go down and back. And then of course the goal is to end right on around 71 or a little bit below 71 until the song is perfectly on beat. But this is a little bit tougher because you're only going to be using your tempo fader. This is really good practice. Of course, when you're actually DJing, you could do a combination of both, but this is just for practice.
Around here we pop them collars, around here we get them dollars. Every girl I see that look right like me just gotta holler. This kid here all about stacking up, tall big head but we can back it up. Long as everybody get crunk when they drop in the club start acting up. I represent the S-O-D-E-F-M-O-B. That's me, J-D, Brat, J-E. So please believe what I do ain't never been done. Ohio is where I'm from. I heard what you said and I saw what you do when y'all players really don't want none. From the day to the night, I rock, say what you like. Never not staying in life, living the life, got to keep it hot. Shotgun in the drop, ride good, 20s, TVs, leather and wood, popping, watching Big Mama, holding it down like a player should.
Now moving on to number 2, I want you to get a piece of paper out or just mentally remember it if you can, but I want you to think or write down every single transition that you know how to do. So if I'm thinking about myself, off the top of the head, we have an echo, we have the reverb, we have the backspin, we have using the roll, using auto loop, using some other type of effect. That's 6 that I just thought of randomly off my head. A scratch transition, some type of scratch transition. So either write it down or just remember it in your head, but you're gonna write down every single transition that you know, and then you're gonna create a mix. And for every single transition, you're going to do something different. So if you know 7 transition types, then you'll have 7 songs and 7 transitions. If you know 13, then you'll have 13, and so on and so on. The point of doing this is to force yourself to use everything that you actually know. When we're actually DJing, myself, other DJs, I'm sure, it's so easy to just circulate through like the first 3 or 4 transitions, like you're comfortable with a few, and then maybe the backspin or maybe something different, you never use it, this is gonna force you to try out all of those different transitions. And then when you're actually out DJing, some of these transitions will start coming or start happening more naturally for you because you're used to doing it. You're not gonna do a certain transition, even if you know how to do it, if you're not used to doing it, you're more than likely not going to do it. Remember, this is just an exercise. I'm not saying every single mix has to literally have all of these different transitions and whatnot. This is an exercise to literally help you practice all of the transitions you know and push yourself to learn more. Now moving on to number 3, this is going to significantly help your scratching skills, and it's actually going to be a combination of 2 things. 1, creating your own scratch pattern, and 2, breaking down a scratch pattern all on your own and just completely figuring it out. You guys can break this particular pattern down that I'm going to do, or you can find your favorite DJ or any DJ online, any DJ that you've heard, and break down their scratch pattern as well. Do both, do one, whatever you like to do, just break down something, as well as create your own scratch pattern as well. I'm gonna pop up a video on the screen. I have done a video on how you can create your own scratch pattern, or if you already have an idea of how to do so, just go ahead and create it however you see fit. Number 4 is going to be improving your scratching, which is going to be practicing with your offhand. Now, of course, we all have our dominant hand. I'm sure some people are ambidextrous, so you guys are lucky. But if you do have a dominant hand and it's on the platter, or your dominant hand is on the crossfader, make sure you switch it up and try to learn with both hands. I know it may seem extremely difficult at the beginning, just like scratching is extremely difficult, but like with anything, the more and more you practice, the better you will be. Pushing yourself in this way is really going to help you become a better scratch DJ. It's also going to really help you if you're trying to learn how to beat juggle as well. So definitely practice with your offhand on the platter, on the jog wheel, and on the crossfader as well. Lastly, number 5 is going to be to create a mix, but just completely freestyle it. So put some songs together, but you just want to completely freestyle your scratches. If you do scratch, or if you just mix, completely freestyle everything. And when you do this, make sure that you record it. Okay, so then in like 4 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever cadence that you want to do, you want to record your session now, and then you want to listen to it in 8 weeks and record another one, and you should hear yourself improving. You should know more transitions. You should be a little bit tighter with your transitions. You should maybe know some more scratch patterns, whatever may have you. You always want to be improving and learning new things. And the only way to know if you've really learned those things is one way to know is to freestyle, record it, listen to it in the future, record something else, and you just keep doing that over and over, and you kind of build up like an archive of all of your old mixes, all of your old scratch patterns. Even your scratching will start sounding tighter. And honestly, this is an easy way to encourage yourself to keep going and to keep getting better. You don't have to freestyle them, but I would recommend freestyling them, and then do it again in the future and see where you're improving and see where you still need to improve. Those are my 5 ways to help you become a better mix and scratch DJ. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that subscribe button as well as the bell, so you know the next time that I upload a video. And yeah, I'm up out of here.
Give me what I want.